Hi, I'm Josh, the founder of the Accountability Group. And hi, I'm Josh, also an addict. I'm going to be sharing my experience, strength, and hope from the reading for today, for July 17th, from Keep It Simple. July 17th, nothing in life is to be feared. It can only be understood. Marie Curie. We have many sides, some good, some bad. Maybe we're afraid of some of our faults. But we don't need to be afraid. After all, we need to know our dark side before we can change it. When we see ourselves clearly, we can stop our dark side from causing trouble. When we shine light on our fears and secrets, we'll begin to feel better about ourselves. We'll feel safer about sharing our worries. The more honest we are with ourselves and others, the better and stronger we become. The goodness and love in us will blossom. We have a higher power and a program to help us. Prayer for the day. Higher power, help me be brave enough to see myself clearly. Gently teach me to see who I really am. Help me know enough to stay sober today. Action for the day. Today I will look myself in the eyes. I'll spend 2 minutes looking into my eyes in a mirror. I'll journal about what I see. So that action for the day, definitely not doing that. That's not a part of my experience, strength, and hope. I did watch this really cool TED Talk where this woman put her hand over her heart and she looked in a mirror and she said a positive affirmation every single day for like a month straight, and she thought it was really cheesy, but by the end of it, like, because she did that habit, it helped with changing her brain, which I'm a big fan of because I'm a cognitive behavioral scientist, and like Rick Hansen has a lot of work on neuroplasticity and what we're doing to like change our brains, like especially the brain paths that are being rewired as we become sober. You know, like you change. It just happens. And I'm a very introspective individual, so I know my character defects and flaws very, very well. So I shine a light on them quite frequently. I try to avoid them as best I can. You know, a lot of my character defects, I was talking to my sponsor about this, a lot of my character defects that I have nowadays, like, are things that are rewarded by society, like workaholism, for example. I can put in crazy hours and no one thinks that that's, you know, bad, but I don't have like a real like work-life balance. You know, emotionalism. For me, like, I don't deal with like my emotions. I don't sit in my emotions. So maybe I will do the journal aspect because, like I said, my sponsor does give me homework, and we're doing another set of homework where I have like 20 some questions that I need to like journal about. So, you know, I'm gonna journal it, but I'm also gonna put it in a Word document just to be safe, and that way it's in the cloud. So there's quite a few isms that I have beyond just my use-isms is probably the best way that I could think of saying it. So I think that was pretty good. If there was anything else I wanted to touch on, really. I definitely, I remember the first time, this must have been like 3 years ago or 2.5 years ago, when I met my current sponsor. And he basically said, tell me like the worst secret, like the worst thing, like right now. Like, and I remember exactly where we were. And I've heard this before because some people write it down and then it gets burnt. It was like, okay, the rest will be easy. But he was just like, tell me, like, you know, what like really like threw you off the rails, that caused you, like, what's your worst secret that really threw you off the rails and you just really started using. So I just shared with him something very personal that happened to me that I hadn't shared. Like, it took me 4 years from 2013 to 2017 to share it, and I finally did share it. And when I did, I broke down crying like crazy. But, you know, that's what happens when you like share your secrets and you really look at your secrets and your fears. And then that's kind of what recovery has, you know, helped bring me in terms of my experience and strength. And my hope is that I can continue to grow from that I can continue to like maybe work on my other isms, to be completely honest with you. That's why I go to therapy, that's why I have a psychiatrist, that's why I have doctors. You know, I try and do a lot of talk therapy and work through my emotions and keep my dark passenger. I stole that from Dexter, but try and keep my dark passenger at bay. And today I think he'll be fine. Like, it's not going to be an issue. I'm just going to focus on working my program. I'm going to go take some black and white photography. I'm probably going to try and finish up 2 of those paintings that I have over there on another easel. And yeah, and just take it moment by moment. You know, that's really all I can do. I mean, you know, some people are like, oh, take it a day at a time, but sometimes it's just like moment by moment when you're in early recovery. And that's the whole point of the accountability group and me sharing my experience, strength, and hope with these readings, is that yes, I want you to subscribe and like the videos. That's great. But more importantly, I want you to participate in the comment section, like ask questions, share, you know, if you're in early recovery, share how you're feeling. It's healthy, you know, I found it healthy to like unburden myself, which is great. And then if you have time under your belt, you know, use I statements and how you can share your experience, strength, and hope, and like what you did in order to maintain your recovery. Because it's not easy. Like, for me, it has been like the hardest process. Some days are easier than others, and it's gotten easier over time, but life still throws you curveballs. Bad things still happen. So if you're working a really good program, then you can figure out ways to get through them, and that's what I've learned over time. So that's my hope for you as well. So I wish all of you you know, the best. And as always, I'm Josh from the Accountability Group, its founder, and I'm also Josh, an addict, and I'm wishing you well, and I hope that you stay safe, stay strong, and stay sober.